In the Kabbalion, it says, the all is mind, the universe is mental, the universe is mental, held in the mind of the all. And if you just think for a minute, everything you've ever learned, everything you've ever known was taught to you by somebody else. Everything is what somebody else says it is. When you were born, your parents gave you a name. They told you that you have two eyes, that your eyes are blue or brown or green. They told you that you have long hair, straight hair, curly hair. They told you that your skin is white, that your skin is brown, that your skin is yellow. They told you that you have two hands, two arms, two legs, 2 feet, 10 fingers, 10 toes. They tell you that you have 2 ears. They tell you that you have one heart. They tell you that the sun is the sun and the moon is the moon. The day is day and night is night. They tell you that the grass is green and the sky is blue. Clouds are white. They've told you that there's one God. There's one devil. They told you that there's angels and there's demons. They tell you that the Easter Bunny comes and drops eggs. Santa Claus brings you presents. They tell you that you're their child. They say, I'm your mom, I'm your dad. This is your dog, Jax. This is your cat, Colby. This is your brother. This is your sister. They tell you not to look at the sun because it burns your eyes. They tell you not to play in the snow because it gives you frostbite. Everything we've ever known in this life, someone else has told us what it is. Before we are even given the chance to think for ourselves and to imagine things as we see it, we already conformed to the way that they've made the world be. Everything begins with your mind, your thoughts, your imagination. Everything is created by thought. Every idea is brought into this reality by an idea that was in somebody's mind. and they brought it into this physical realm. You are that powerful. You don't have to believe anything that anyone says if you've never seen it or if you've never lived it. How do you know that the devil is bad and that demons are bad? They tell you that God is good. They tell you that there's an afterlife, you're going to be saved and you're going to go to heaven and you're going to walk streets of gold. They tell you that there's a hell for those who are sinful and for those who do bad. But has anybody ever really seen it? Has anyone seen heaven and come back to tell you about it? Has anyone walked through hell and come back and said that they've walked in hell? No. Everything that happens in your life is because of your own thoughts, your own ideas. If you made a different decision that day, you would have had a different outcome. If you chose a different path, you would be somewhere else than where you are at this moment. If you said yes, you could be somewhere else in the world instead of where you are. If you said no, you might not be in the situation that you are in. Everything begins with a thought. And only after that thought are things set into place. Energy starts to move in reaction to the thought that you had. Today, if you change your mind in doing something different, the outcome of your life in the following days will be different because of that thought to make that change. It's that simple. You choose to leave that bad relationship because you want better. You think you'll be better. You know there's better. The thought begins in your mind. And what happens if you follow through with that thought and you make that change and you leave that relationship that's draining you in every aspect? Your life gets better. You don't have the stress, the pain, the heartache because you don't live that life anymore. It's a clean slate, free of toxicity and drama. Say you choose to not snort that line, smoke that drug. What happens if you make that choice? You think in your head, I'm going to stop doing it, and you stop doing it. What happens to your life? It gets better. You get clean. You get healthy. Your mind becomes clear. Your body becomes clear. Relationships in your life get better. What happens if you choose to quit that job? The idea comes in your head that you're tired of being taken advantage of, and you quit and you walk away. You no longer have to deal with that workplace. You no longer have to deal with those coworkers. The stress is gone. You apply for a new job. You get it. Your life changes. What happens if you decide to drink and drive? You have that thought, I'm going to go out and drink. I'm going to drive. And you crash and you kill somebody that you love. What if you decided to listen to that one thought that popped in your head? The first thought that said, no, I don't want to go out. I'm not going to. Every thought is an action, and the action causes a reaction and a chain of events that play out in your life, whether good or bad. The choice is always yours. Don't be manipulated by someone else's thoughts and ideas. Have your own. Think for yourself. Your mind is your own. The all is mind. The universe is mental. Everything begins in your mind, and the universe reacts to it. It's not the other way around. Once you understand what that means, once you understand the power behind that phrase, once you understand the power behind your own mind, your life will drastically change.